Now on Coast TV News.
You'll need the rain gear for one more day as rain is moving across Delmarva again this morning. We start drying out tonight, then a great weekend weather-wise. Details coming up.
Pedestrian protection, the moves being made in Dewey Beach to prevent accidents on its streets.
Muck removal. We're looking at the work being done in Ocean City that could make it easier for boating in the waters.
If we done it together, it would have been probably the best trip that we would have done together.
The spectacle of the pony swim in Chincoteague, and what is in store this morning for the ponies that made their way across the channel.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is Thursday, July 25th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And Paige is back in studio, as you can see, after spending a day with those ponies.
It was a muddy, wet, very fun, pony-filled day. But I'm happy to be dry and warm in studio with you guys.
Right, in comfortable conditions.
Exactly. Things like that are fun because it's like a little crazy and once in a while, and then you're like, once a year is enough.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You get it. Yeah, but it's not enough for people that were at the pony swim. I mean, other people, they could do that every day. More power to you. I think that's incredible if you can. But Bob was helpful yesterday walking us through the rain and the muck and all that good stuff, Bob. So what are we looking at today?
Paige, welcome back. And yeah, I know you were dealing with a lot of rain on the way down to Chincoteague yesterday, and it was muddy there today and yesterday and again today as we have more rain moving through Delmarva. This is the last day that we're dealing with the rain, but we've got it from Bridgeville, Georgetown, Millsboro, towards the coast right now. Gumboro, Delmar, you're getting wet, and more of those showers through Salisbury, Ocean Pines, Golf Club Shores towards Wango, and then the eastern shore also seeing some scattered showers as we're seeing this flow out of the southwest persistent, and there are some pockets of heavier rain now moving through Virginia, so we could see some heavy rain at times as we go through the day as we're watching a front back to our west, which will eventually clear us out late tonight. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-70s right now, and the winds are pretty light out of the southwest. So we'll continue to see rounds of rain this morning with cloudy skies. Do watch for areas of patchy fog and temperatures in the 70s. Some breaks in the clouds this afternoon could get us into the low 80s, but still some showers out there. So you'll need the rain gear with the persistent rain, and many of us not getting out of the 70s. Then we dry it out Friday and a gorgeous weekend on the way. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob. It was a day to remember for many attending the Chincoteague Pony Swim, with still more festivities planned for the week. On Wednesday, tens of thousands of people converging on the small Virginia town. Our team alone interviewed people from Massachusetts, New York, Tennessee, and we also interviewed Kirsten Seloff, who came all the way from Illinois, and she told us that it was her and her late grandmother's dream to be at this event.
If we done it together, it would have been probably the best trip that we would have done together.
And 2025 will be the 100th year of the pony swim.
And of course, Wednesday, the ponies took to the water for that swim. And happening today, those ponies will now be auctioned off. That auction helps to control the size and the herd. It serves as a fundraiser for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. Some of those proceeds will help give veterinary care to the ponies throughout the year. And then the Chincoteague Chamber of Commerce. They say the auction will take place at 8 a.m. Looking forward to that.
Now, after many fires in Chincoteague, the locals discovered their equipment no longer worked well. According to Chincoteague's website, the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company, they held a carnival in 1925 during the pony swim to raise money. And it's been described that during that carnival, 15 colts were sold to benefit the fire company, and the carnival was a success. Visitors then began arriving for the annual pony swim, and it was reported that the crowd of the 1937 pony swim was around 25,000 people, and in 1947, Marguerite Henry published Misty of Chincoteague, which skyrocketed the pony swim's fame. It does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your favorite part of the Chincoteague Pony Swim?
Aw, look, are we surprised? 67% watching the swim. It is very exciting. 19%, and I felt this when I was there yesterday, that community feeling.
Yeah.
That was sweet. A lot of people talking about, where they were from. 7% the auction, maybe you're getting a pony, and 7% the carnival. Do you have a favorite?
I would think just that community feeling, like
Yeah.
you said. I think it's an event. It's something to be at. The vibe from being at something like this.
I agree with you. So we were in that 19% category. But whatever you're feeling, go ahead and vote on CoastTV.com or on our app.
Moving on, throughout the summer, Dewey Beach, you know it is packed with cars and visitors. It can make it difficult for people to cross the street. So in order to draw attention to the crosswalk, flashing lights were installed to tell cars they need to stop for pedestrians. But the town is looking to lower that yellow flashing light so they are more eye level with drivers. Now, also under consideration, extending the pedestrian barrier at both ends of town. One Dewey Beach man told Coast TV he doesn't feel safe having his family cross Route 1 during the summer.
No, not at all. I think when you talk to a lot of the people, especially ones with young kids, the number one concern you have living here is crossing Route 1.
And the town says it will also be marking the phrase, push the button on the sidewalk, so people remember to push the button on the light-up signs before they cross the streets.
Happening now, boaters can expect some relief in Ocean City area. Maryland DNR saying the Army Corps of Engineers will be focusing on 2 priority areas from the last round inlet work. So crews will clear muck around the junction between the Isle of Wight and the inlet channels. That work scheduled from now through next Tuesday.
Happening today in Lewis, reviewing options in combating phragmites. That's that tall, invasive reed grass found in wetlands. And this morning, Mayor Andrew Williams and the City Council will hear a presentation from Delaware State Forester Kyle Hoyd on options to eliminate that type of grass. Phragmites can dominate an area, drive out other natural plants. That denies fish and wildlife food. Lewis has been cutting this reed grass on public land all month with a brush hog. They have 2 more days of cutting scheduled.
We're now going to take a live look at our nation's capital. Federal officials still reacting to the news of President Biden dropping his bid for re-election. And Wednesday, we all got more information right from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, President Biden addressed the nation Wednesday night. It was his first public appearance since dropping his bid for re-election and backing Vice President Harris as the Democratic candidate.
Now, NBC's Bree Jackson shows us what he says about passing the torch to Harris and his thoughts about the future.
President Biden addressing the nation about his decision to drop out of the 2024 presidential race.
I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
The president highlighting his accomplishments over the past 3.5 years and laying out his vision for his remaining time in office.
I'm going to call for Supreme Court reform because this is critical to our democracy.
The 81-year-old Democrat says he's passing the torch to the next generation of party leaders.
There's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now.
The president is endorsing his 59-year-old Vice President, Kamala Harris, to succeed him.
When I am president of the United States, and when Congress passes a law to restore those freedoms, I will sign it into law.
Former President Trump is focusing his attacks on the former prosecutor.
This November, the American people are going to tell her, no thanks, Kamala, you've done a terrible job.
Without directly mentioning the former president, President Biden says Americans must choose between moving the country forward or backward.
The power is in your hands. The idea of America lies in your hands.
President Biden making an appeal to voters in a defining moment in U.S. history. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
During his speech, President Biden reflected on being in government for half of a century, adding it has been the privilege of his life.
All right, well, we're just getting started this morning, Matt.
Yeah, coming up, canines covered, why the BV SPCA says providing vaccines to your furry friends, it benefits everyone.
Also ahead, lighting up connection, the benefits of supplying bike lights to J1 students that the Ocean City Police Department says goes far beyond safety.
And Chipotle, bold business. The CEO says he is planning to fix the over 3,500 restaurants after weeks of customers complaining over smaller portions. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
4 years of hard work, 4 years of dedication. Everything comes down to this moment.
What a way to start it off. Bring home the gold. That's why you put that guy on that relay. Australia has been unbelievable. The greatest female swimmer of all time. Wow.
Welcome back, Simone Biles.
She continues to amaze us every single time she competes.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at FH Fur are standing by and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-GOLFER, FHFur.com.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
5:11 on our Thursday morning. Here's our Irish Eyes, Cam and Lewis. We're clouding up, and you're getting showers coming soon as they are overspreading Delmarva right now. We've got them into Sussex County. Nothing all that heavy, but enough to warrant an umbrella and rain gear. Salisbury back through the coast, you're seeing showers, and the eastern shore as well, hit and miss showers. And this will continue through the morning hours. We've got some heavier rain to the south, so pockets of heavy rain are possible today. It's a mild and muggy start out there. Temperatures in the mid-70s. My putting is not so good and the weather is not so good. Rain likely today on the golf course. Heavy at times. Make sure you have the umbrella and maybe a squeegee too for the greens, and a high of 80 degrees.
Yeah, I was wondering where that putt was going to land, Bob. All right. DelDOT urging all drivers to use extreme caution when traveling through work safety zone. This comes after a recent rise in work zone crashes. The state says in 2023, 15 DelDOT vehicles were hit by drivers. As of July 22nd, officials say that number is already more than double last year's, with 37 cars hit. 6 of those caused injury. Another scam alert in Sussex County. The Georgetown Police Department says it has received reports of individuals posing as police officers in an attempt to obtain financial information and even get money from unsuspecting locals. They say no member of the Georgetown Police Department will ever ask for any financial information or request money for any reason.
All right, we're going to talk some food now. CEO of Chipotle promising to make generous portions more consistent among its more than 3,500 restaurants. For months now, customers have been griping on social media about receiving smaller burrito bowl portions. CEO Brian Nichol says there was never a directive to provide less food. The problem is there's just a lot of inconsistency among the chain's locations. Nichol pledging to correct that by promising retraining to what he calls the right standards. I'm looking forward to that. Well, just months after filing for bankruptcy, Red Lobster may soon have a new owner. Red Lobster announced in a court filing this week it'll accept an existing sale offer from Fortress Credit Corporation. The seafood restaurant chain saying it has not received any other acquisition bids. Fortress is one of Red Lobster's largest lenders and has financed the restaurant's operation. The sale still needs to be approved, though, by a judge, and a hearing has been set for next week. Still ahead this morning, Ocean City Police Department supplied over 300 bike lights to J1 students. We're telling you why they say the initiative is so important.
It's a mild and muggy morning and a breezy one, too. You can see that in Ocean City on our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam with rain building in. You'll need the umbrella for one more day, then drying out Friday, and the weekend is looking great. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5. It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit buyreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
Time is 5:16, and we are looking at a live shot of Lewis. We see the boats there in the canal. And Bob, I'm challenged here. I feel like there are only so many different ways I can talk to you about the rain this week.
We are getting a little waterlogged, aren't we? Yeah, you know, it's been pretty rainy the last few days, but the good news is this is the last rainy day. We start to dry things out tonight and especially into the weekend. You're going to love the weekend forecast. But let's get to the rain. It has moved back in now. You can see it spreading across Sussex County, mainly light to maybe moderate rain. Bridgeville, Seaford, Georgetown, pretty much all of Sussex County to the coast, Gumboro, and back to Delmar. You're seeing the showers. And Salisbury, looks like you're in a little dry spot there, but to your north and south, you're seeing showers and rain as well along the coast right now. And the Eastern Shore is also in the showers, too, from Easton into Cambridge. And we're seeing the rain once again overspreading the region from southwest to northeast. Now, it's not particularly heavy, but watch out for wet roads this morning, ponding on the roads. I know a lot of the ditches are full, so it's not going to take much rain to kind of aggravate those a little bit, so do watch for that. We are watching some heavier rain around the Norfolk area, so we're in this rain, I think, for quite a period of time as it's stretching back into the Carolinas. We have one front snaking to our west through the mountains, the Appalachians, and then there's another front to the north and west. This one is the one that will finally clear us out tonight, and behind it we have a beautiful air mass, much drier and cooler, and that builds in Friday for the weekend, but not dry and cool now. We're in the mid-70s. It's muggy out there. When we've got a southwest wind, and we'll continue to watch the rain moving through this morning. We'll have dry times as well, and at other times some of that rain will come down on the heavier side. By noon, we're into the upper 70s. A lot of us not getting out of the 70s, and if we do get some sunshine this afternoon, we will get into the low 80s, but we're still seeing some of those showers, maybe a rumble of thunder possible into the evening as that front makes its way through. And then later this evening, we finally start to dry things out, and we start to clear it out as well. And by Friday morning, it's refreshing. We're looking at temperatures into the 60s and low 70s, and then the lower humidity kicks in on Friday. We get into full sunshine and beautiful conditions with lower 80s as we go into Friday afternoon, and then very pleasant as we go into Saturday morning. Look at this, temperatures in the lower 60s. Wow, that'll be awesome. Even along the coast, we're looking at temperatures in the 60s as we see this front making its way through and drying us out as we go into the weekend, looking fantastic. both days with lower humidity and comfortable temperatures. We could see another maybe quarter to a half an inch of rain between now and this evening, and then the humidity does drop as we go into the weekend, getting comfortable, but then it comes back as we go into next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. Yeah, kind of rainy today, 80, and then 83 Friday, drying out, then mid to upper 80s, sunshine for the weekend, and then muggy and warm next week. Looks like more storms return by Tuesday into Wednesday. Our umbrella winner today is Rita from Rehoboth Beach. Congratulations, Rita, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. The Ocean City Police Department have been handing out bicycle lights to help prevent dangerous situations on the road. Now, the goal here is to make sure everyone is visible and easy to see even when it gets dark. Last Friday, the OCPD went to a local McDonald's to hand out bicycle lights to J1 workers and also teach them the ins and outs of riding in Ocean City.
A demographic that is here in Ocean City that A, is not familiar with the laws, and also just that connection with the police. They may not be the same as back home, so we want to build that friendly gap and make sure they're safe.
And just this year, the OCPD has given out over 370 bicycle lights.
Coming up on Coast TV News today, K9's covered how the BVSPCA says you can learn more about the important vaccine for the dog flu after a rise in cases across Delmarva. We'll be right back.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Smell funky? Get Skunky, the shower anywhere sponges that clean all your funky parts from your head to your feet and everything in between. Just add water, work it into a rich lather, and it's ready to use. Skunky effectively lifts and removes oil and dirt from your skin and hair without any rinsing required. Just towel dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who works outdoors. A hiking, fishing, or camping trip wouldn't be complete without Skunky. Skunky is a game changer for all ages and a must for elder care. Call now and get 20 Skunky 60-second shower pads for only $9.99. But wait, order now and we'll send you 5 more absolutely free. That's 25 showers for only $9.99. There's a strict limit of 1 family pack per order at this incredibly low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-615-9517 or visit GetSkunky.com. That's GetSkunky.com. Order now.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Wednesday, the Brandywine Valley SPCA in Georgetown administered free vaccine shots to anyone who signed their dogs up. And this is all in response to that canine influenza virus that's been affecting Delaware animal shelters. Mike Caviani manages the BVSPCA shelters in Delaware and in Pennsylvania and says the unique experience has actually been beneficial for everyone.
We know these upper respiratory infections are contagious. Vaccines are really a critical part of not only keeping your pet healthy, but keeping the community healthy. So we know that there's great science out there to show that the drawbacks are really non-existent or minimal compared to certainly the protection that our pets receive by getting these vaccines.
And Caviani says if you have any questions about the vaccine, just make an appointment. They will gladly explain all of the benefits to you.
And we're joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Maybe tomorrow, but Paige and Bob, today does not look like that ideal day to be at the beach.
No, not ideal. Yeah, definitely not the word for the beach today, guys. Maybe play some board games inside at the beach. Maybe that's a good plan because it'll be a washout for the most part. Cloudy, kind of coolish. Ocean City, we're in the mid-70s pretty much. Mid-70s for Fenwick Island, too. Rip current threat is still moderate, and the UV index, if the sun comes out, that's moderate, too. In Lewis, we're in the upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees with the rain, and Rehoboth Beach into the upper 70s as well. On the Bayside, similar conditions. We're looking at clouds. I think rain through noon for Cambridge, and then just cloudy skies later on around the evening hours. And then for Crisfield, you're kind of wet through noon, and then drying out by the evening, temperatures into the 70s. And we do finally dry it out Friday, and that's setting us up for a gorgeous weekend on the way. Lower humidity, lots of sunshine. I'll share those details with you coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you so much. Also coming up after the break, pushing for pedestrian safety. We're going to tell you the new projects coming to Dewey Beach to increase safety in the coastal town.
Coastal dredging continues. We have an update on the water work that is underway in Ocean City.
And a pony prize, the pony auction, how it benefits more than just the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with socket fan.
Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing another round of rain moving through Delmarva this morning. It's one more day. You'll need the umbrella and raincoat and rain boots as well. Then we start to dry it out as we go into Friday, and the weekend is looking spectacular. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
I've given my heart and my soul to our nation.
Biden explains decision as we hear from the president in a new political landscape.
Channel work, the project taking place in Ocean City to make it easier for boaters.
Festivities with the foals, the next event involving the ponies there in Chincoteague.
This is CoastTV News Today.
July 25th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Yeah, we're approaching 5:29 on this Thursday morning. Another rainy day, Paige. Got one of Matt's golden rules here, though. We're going to put this in play because I always say I will trade rain during the week for a great weekend.
Oh, yeah. A rainy Thursday is nothing. Yeah.
Give me that nice Friday. Give me that nice Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah, we want to go to the beach over the weekend. We want to go surfing and have a picnic and whatever else we do on Delmarva.
Man, that sounds like a great day.
That does, right? Busy day. I've never gone surfing and had a picnic, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll figure that out. Don't worry. We'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy now. Bob, what are you thinking? Better weekend?
Oh boy, I can deliver on that Matt wish. Friday is looking good. The weekend is looking great. How about that? We're looking really good then. But we are looking at rain right now, kind of the last day of the rain, so make sure you have the rain gear. We're seeing the showers across Sussex County right now. Nothing all that heavy, but remember the ground is pretty loaded with moisture. The ditches are full, so any rain could certainly aggravate things. So maybe some minor flooding as we go through time. We're seeing more of these showers through Maryland right now along the coast. Salisbury, you're a little drier, and then hit and miss showers across the eastern shore right now. And the rain moving from southwest to northeast. We've got this pipeline of moisture back through Virginia, even some pockets of heavier rain around Norfolk right now. We'll continue to see this rain moving in as we go through the day. And temperatures out the door, mild, mid-70s. It's muggy southwest winds. So more of the same today. Cloudy periods of rain. Could be heavy at times. I think we could see some peaks of sun too. And if that happens, we could get into the low 80s for some of us this afternoon. Otherwise, the rest of us stay in the 70s, and we're looking at some showers as we go through the evening hours. UV index for today, sponsored by Ocean City. Not surprising with the clouds and rain. It's only a 4, so really no worries with the sunscreen today. But that changes with time as we get into the very high range Friday into the weekend. That's when you have to be careful in the sun. I'll have much more on that beautiful weekend forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Bob. Wednesday, the ponies took to the water. This was the 99th year of the Chincoteague Pony Swim, and happening today, those ponies will be auctioned off. That auction helps to control the size of the herd. It also serves as a fundraiser for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company. Also, some of the proceeds from this will go to help with veterinary care to the ponies throughout the year. The Chincoteague Chamber of Commerce says the auction will take place at 8 a.m.
Happening right now, boaters can expect some relief in Ocean City area very soon. Maryland DNR saying the Army Corps of Engineers will be focusing on 2 priority areas from the last round inlet work. Crews will be clearing the muck around the junction between the Isle of Wight and the inlet channels. Work is scheduled from now through next Tuesday.
In Lewis this morning, they will review options in combating phragmites. That is a tall, invasive reed grass. It's found in wetlands. This morning, Mayor Andrew Williams and the City Council will hear a presentation from Delaware State Forester Kyle Hoyd on options on how to eliminate this type of grass. Phragmites, they can dominate an area. They drive out other natural plants, which deny fish and wildlife food. Lewis has been cutting this reed grass on public land all month with a brush hog, and they have 2 more days of cutting scheduled.
Dewey Beach is continuing to make changes in order to keep pedestrians safe. The town saying it's looking to extend the pedestrian barrier at both ends of town, and they plan on lowering the flashing lights on the crosswalk signs.
Yeah, CoastTV news reporter Elisa Weber tells us why locals say more needs to be done because traffic is getting worse in town.
Throughout the summer, even when it's overcast, Dewey Beach is filled with cars, which can make it difficult for people to cross the street safely. In order to draw attention to the crosswalk, flashing lights were installed to tell cars they need to stop for pedestrians. But the town says it is looking to make even more changes because drivers don't always pay attention when the lights are flashing.
So we're hoping this fall, when the state comes in as part of their public safety project they're going to be doing here in Dewey Beach, is to lower the yellow beacons that are on the center island so they're more at eye level for the drivers of the vehicles.
Chuck Litchford, who has lived in Dewey for about 9 years, says crossing the street is always a concern for him and his family.
So the area's changed dramatically, and unfortunately a lot of the people that visit and come here aren't familiar with how the traffic patterns work, aren't familiar with the crosswalks. And I think it takes a lot of people by surprise.
The town is also looking to extend the pedestrian median barrier further at both ends of town, which is important because the barrier keeps people from jaywalking. The town says that in order to remind people that they need to press this button before they cross the street, they're going to be stenciling the phrase, "push the button," on the sidewalks in order to give an extra reminder. In Dewey Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to meet with President Joe Biden at the White House today. The two are set to discuss the ongoing ceasefire negotiations involving the terrorist organization Hamas.
And they also plan on meeting with family members of Hamas's American hostages. As Amy Kiley shows us, Netanyahu's visit is now sparking controversy and protests.
The controversial visit from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu continues in Washington today.
You're coming here to the U.S., you're coming here to speak in Congress. Don't think we'll say, wow, Netanyahu is speaking in Congress. He's a very important man. Well, we don't care about it. We want him to sign a deal.
Today's agenda includes a meeting with President Joe Biden at the White House. In part, that's to discuss progress toward a ceasefire and hostage release deal. The two leaders are also set to meet with family members of Americans whom Hamas is holding captive.
The Prime Minister understands that his legacy is going to be very much shaped by whether or not he's able to bring home these hostages. So I know he wants to get this done.
These demonstrators say they want such a deal. Other protesters are using Netanyahu's visit to speak out against civilian deaths in Gaza.
That this Congress has decided to allow this man to speak is fundamentally unacceptable.
My motivation is that these kids who are no longer with us would have at least a few last words in the fact of their appearance and that they would not be totally forgotten.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
President Joe Biden delivered a historic address to the nation, explaining to the American people why he dropped his re-election bid for a second term. President Biden saying while his time in office has been the honor of a lifetime, the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation.
You know, there is a time and a place for long years of experience in public life. But there's also a time and a place for new voices, fresh voices, yes, younger voices. And that time and place is now. Over the next 6 months, I'll be focused on doing my job as president.
And President Biden followed his address with a private moment with his family, then gathered in the Rose Garden with hundreds of White House staffers.
House lawmakers adopted a resolution to establish a bipartisan task force. This is to investigate the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries will now select 7 Republicans and 6 Democrats to be on this task force. Goal is to understand what went wrong the day of the rally of the shooting, and to ensure accountability and to prevent such an agency failure from ever happening again.
The Department of Justice finalized a plea agreement with Boeing. According to that plea deal, the aviation company will be pleading guilty to a felony charge of defrauding the U.S. government and pay more than $243 million in a fine. Boeing also admitted to defrauding the Federal Aviation Administration when seeking permission for the 737 MAX plane to carry passengers. The agreement also states Boeing's board of directors will have to have a meeting with the victims' families and their legal representatives.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, Cape Henlopen Student Support. We're telling you how the school district is partnering with BB Healthcare to support students after the tragic death of 2 of their own earlier this month.
Also, it's the night to crown a champion in Worcester County. We're going to break down one of tonight's key matchups in the Maryland Supreme Summer League.
And Wiener on the way. You heard that right. Where on Delmarva, you can catch the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile along our coast. Stick with us on Coast TV News Today.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can hack your information without you even knowing. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash protected. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from stealing your info. It's ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. With the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to fit your additional cards and cash. Call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-613-4296. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-613-4296 now.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
It is exactly 5:40 on our, well, showery Thursday morning. Hershey Exteriors cam showing a little bit of a chop out there on the bay. 74 degrees in Ocean City. And we're seeing spotty showers across Sussex County. Not everybody getting wet, but we're seeing those showers also across Maryland. Salisbury looks like a bigger concentration of showers along the coast right now. In the Eastern Shore, you're also seeing some of those scattered showers. So we'll continue to see the rain on and off as we go through the morning and really much of the day as we have more of that moisture stretching back into the Carolinas, and some of that could be heavy at times. It's pretty mild and muggy out the door. Temperatures in the mid-70s, so safe to say not the best day for golf or any outdoor activities. Pretty wet, rain likely, heavy at times, and a temperature around 80 degrees. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone for your latest forecast. I just updated it. It is sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
Bob, thank you. The Delaware Tourism Office will reopen the Sports Tourism Capital Investment Fund, and it's now taking applications. The fund will open starting August 1st, and they will support sports facilities to attract out-of-state visitors. Applications are accepted until September 13th. Details available on the Delaware Tourism website.
Here's an exciting story, at least for us here in our studio. A nice surprise on the Cape May Lewis Ferry. Check out this. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile caught a ride from Jersey to our port along the coast in Delaware. According to the Facebook post by the ferry, the food-like roadster will be in Lewis through Sunday.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
One final run of basketball in Worcester County tomorrow night. And it's time to break down the cross-state semifinal matchups in the Maryland Supreme Summer League that will kickstart an exciting night of hoops. We start with the 4-seed Laurel Dogs, led by a group built on defense and intensity. They're coming off a tight 36-33 win over James M. Bennett, led by 12 points apiece from leading scorers Brock Hill and Zabrian Ely. They'll take on the #1 overall seed Groove City, representing Cambridge South Dorchester. Groove City did not lose in the regular season, but they did suffer one of their biggest scares in round 1 with a 53-48 overtime win over Aarons from Pocomoke. They're led in scoring by senior Kobe Ennels. This game tips off at 6:15 p.m. And while this one tips off at 6:15, our coverage starts at 6, and we'll have the other semifinal game between Chrisfield and Stephen Decatur at 7:15 p.m. And of course, it all wraps up with the finals at 8:15 p.m. between the winners of both of those semifinal games. It will all be live on the Delmarva Sports Network, so make sure to tune in. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
In today's entertainment news, takes us from Tinseltown to Broadway. Sounds like fun, so here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
I stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I walked and I crawled on 6 crooked highways.
Here's your first look and listen at A Complete Unknown, starring Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan. The Dune and Wonka star sings A Hard Rain's A-Gonna Fall in the first teaser trailer for the film about the iconic singer-songwriter. A Complete Unknown is set to arrive in theaters in December.
And I wanted to do it in a way that was sort of haunting and a little darker. And
two multi-talented performers are set to make their Broadway debuts in Cabaret at the Kit Kat Club. Grammy nominee Adam Lambert is taking over the MC role, and Moana and Mean Girls star Auli'i Cravalho will assume the role of Sally Bowles. They'll take the New York stage beginning September 16th and are scheduled to perform in the show through next March.
I have rehearsed this part
Jamie Lee Curtis is returning to Hollywood's Chinese Theater for yet another honor. The American Film Institute is conferring an honorary Doctorate of Fine Arts degree upon the Oscar-winning actress for contributions of distinction to the art of the moving image. She'll be recognized at the AFI Conservatory's commencement ceremony August 10th at the TCL Chinese Theater. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
The 2024 Paris Olympics begin tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow, the best athletes from around the world will gather on one big stage. You can catch all the action right here on Coast TV starting July 26th. And then on July 27th, tune into Coast TV for the Olympic Zone. This is a show that features a daily summary and showcase of up-to-the-minute Olympics content. There's some really cool behind-the-scenes content that sets the stage for the most important action every night of the games. All this happening exclusively on Coast TV at 7:30 during the games.
We're seeing gray skies on our Thursday morning, some wet roads in Salisbury on the Tidal Health Cam, and rain on and off today. You'll need the umbrella for one more day. Then drying out Friday, and the weekend is looking great. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608, or go to vacutrim.com.
Time is now 5:47 on your Thursday morning as we take a live look now at Ocean City, and looks a little spooky there, Bob, but we know could see some rain today. So
yeah, well, we already are seeing some of those showers, Paige. I know. What can you do? You got to put your hands up and go, yeah, that's Mother Nature, right? Clouds, periodic showers, and a little breezy out there too. But this is the last day of the rain across Del Mar, and then we start to dry things out. But we still have the showers moving from southwest to northwest. You might get rain for a little while, then it stops, and you might get some drizzle, and then the rain picks up again. And we are seeing that around Sussex County right now, just kind of hit and miss showers. And then we're also seeing showers, Cinnapunxet up to Ocean Pines, Newark. Salisbury is just some very light showers for you, and then more rain activity across the eastern shore. As this activity is moving from southwest to northwest, our flow is still out of that direction, and that rain stretches back into Virginia, also back into the Carolinas as well. So this all has to come up our way along this front. So that's going to be meaning a rainy day for us. There's even some heavier showers across Carolinas. So we could see pockets of heavy rain later on, but our next change is this front across the Midwest, and that is bringing in much drier air, some cooler air behind that front, and then this will be moving in as we go into tonight and clearing us out Friday, is setting us up for a beautiful weekend. Temperatures out the door pretty muggy and mild into the mid-70s. Winds not that strong. They'll be pretty light today, and we'll continue on and off with the rain. Remember, a lot of the ditches are full, the ground is saturated, so it's it's not going to take a lot of rain to aggravate that, so maybe some ponding on the roads from that and just from the rain as well. Some heavy showers possible this evening. I think many of us stay in the 70s. If we get into the sun, we could poke into the low 80s. And then we start to dry out this evening and start to clear out by Friday morning. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s and 70s. And then Friday gets really nice. Increasing sunshine, lower humidity, temperatures lower 80s, inland 70s at the beaches. Then we go into Friday evening, we clear it out, and we get really cool as we go into Saturday morning. Look at this, temperatures in the low 60s. It's been a while since we've seen that, yeah, and even a little cool along the beaches. And Saturday, beautiful day, lots of sunshine, lower humidity as high pressure settles in. You can see later on Saturday into Sunday, it's mainly clear, and we keep it clear into your Sunday as well. But before then, we could pick up another quarter to maybe half an inch of rain on top of what we've already picked up. And on the muggy meter, you can see it's very humid today, but then we do start to drop into the comfortable range Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the humidity starts to creep up again early next week. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. It's a rainy one today, 80 degrees, and then Friday 83, and then looking great for the weekend. Sunshine Saturday 85, 87 Sunday, a little muggier and warm next week, maybe some storms by Tuesday into Wednesday.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. New this morning, BB Healthcare partnering with Cape Henlopen School District after the tragic death of 2 students earlier this month. The organization saying it'll offer grief support during the sports physical nights. Students can talk with grief and behavioral health specialists without an appointment. Appointments are required for the sports physicals, however. Now, specialists will be available tonight at Cape Henlopen High School from 5 to 8, and then again August 1st.
The Maryland Department of Natural Resources announced it will provide over $21 million in the Waterway Improvement Fund to projects across the state. The agency says some of the funds will go towards new and improved boating access, dredging, and emergency tools for first responders. And Wicomico County, $925,000 going towards the Nanticoke Harbor dredging. And in Worcester County, $125,000 goes towards the boat ramp repairs and comfort station renovations at Assateague State Park.
Has it been a rough week? You can always cheer up with a weekly dose of good news from CoastTV. It has personal features, fun things to do, and more. All you got to do is sign up for free at coasttv.com/signup. You'll get a weekly dose of joy sent directly to your inbox.
Up next, bird flu facts. We'll tell you what experts say you need to know about the disease that's seeing a rise in cases on farms. We'll be right back on CoastTV News Today.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in appliances, to ensure that you not only get the best product for your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
It's always fun bringing clients into Delmarva Design Center. No matter how much they want to spend, there's always an option for people to pick something that they like.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Don't mistake Nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order right now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch Baked Raycon oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
The threat to humans, it remains low, but U.S. health officials are on high alert after outbreaks of bird flu in poultry and dairy cows have led to several recent cases in farm workers.
Yeah, Mandy Gaither shows us now what an infectious disease expert says you should know about the virus.
It's rare for humans to contract bird flu. Since 2022, 11 cases have been reported, 7 due to exposure to poultry. The remaining 4 cases are since April following exposures to dairy cows.
It's just being more watchful as opposed to hitting the alarm.
Dr. Stephen Gordon with Cleveland Clinic says bird flu can spread around the world through flocks that are migrating. The CDC explains that infected birds have the virus in their saliva, mucus, and droppings. While it's not common for people to get infected, it can happen when enough virus gets into a person's eyes, nose, or mouth, or is inhaled through air droplets or even dust. Most human cases happen after close, prolonged, and unprotected contact with infected birds or contaminated surfaces.
All the cases that have been identified in humans since 2022, most of those have actually been not even respiratory illness, but more what we'd say eye infection. Have not resulted in any death or increased morbidity.
Gordon says it is safe to eat properly handled and cooked poultry in the U.S., but people should not eat or drink raw milk or products made with it. Instead, choose pasteurized milk. Protect yourself by avoiding direct contact with wild birds. If you find a dead bird, don't touch the animal. Report it to your local health department. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's now 5:55 this morning. We are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Today's coastal pet of the day is our friend Esmeralda. You can see a sweet treat was on her forecast over the weekend. We have video of her, Paige.
Aww.
Esmeralda stopped by Dairy Queen for a pup cup. We think she deserves a treat every week, and I want one of those.
Me too.
Esmeralda was submitted to us by Tammy in Millsboro.
That looks delish, and we want to keep seeing all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos and telling us what makes your pet so special.
Extra bonus points for sending us video.
Yes.
But scan that QR code at the top, submit your furry friend to CoastTV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
All right, 5:56. Time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out that door.
Yep, today's Thursday. We continue with the theme of this week, Bob. Rain.
Yeah. And she was really enjoying that pup cup.
Yeah.
You know, she wasn't coming up for air.
Nope.
Now I'm thinking about Dairy Queen. Maybe a peanut butter parfait. Yeah. All right, anyway, any kind of breakfast right now sounds good. Let's talk about the weather. Yeah, you need the umbrella out the door. We've got a little sun icon here at 7 a.m. I don't know about that. That might be optimistic, but lots of clouds today. And temperatures in the 70s, maybe 80 if you get some sun. I'm thinking maybe 80 a little bit later on. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. It starts to dry out. Perfect timing heading into the weekend. Friday, partly cloudy, 83. The humidity drops, 85 Saturday. Lots of sunshine. Gorgeous Sunday, 87. And then starts getting a little muggier next week with temperatures in the 80s. And then August starts Thursday, and so do the 90s. Looks like a stretch of those lower 90s Thursday into the weekend with some storms.
Thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, preventing crosswalk chaos, the continuing challenge in Dewey Beach and dealing with traffic dangers. That story and more when we continue with Coast TV News Today.